Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Pluribus. This is episode 8. It is called Charm Offensive. We ended last episode with Carol asking Pirate Lady to come back, and she did, and she broke down in her arms, and it was very interesting, very emotional, especially given, Carol's tendencies over the course of the season, and especially last episode, where she didn't seem that concerned with the result of a firework potentially killing her. So who knows what's gonna go on in this episode. We also had Manusos making his dangerous trek northward, where he got a spike tree in the back and then a helicopter took him away. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens next. As I'm recording this, the finale, I believe, comes out tomorrow or today when this is posted. I don't know. Yeah, depends on when I get the chance to edit it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that season 1 is pretty much already done. It's gone pretty quick. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. So before we jump into this, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. And then if you're someone who likes video games, consider subscribing to my gaming channel, also linked in the description down below. Play all the latest games releasing over there. But other than that, let's jump into another episode of Pluribus. Someone's bleeding. An Apple original.
Hola.
Is Manusos?
¿Se acuerdan de lo que le pasó?
You got stabbed by a tree.
La buena noticia es que la infección está respondiendo a los antibióticos. Necesita recuperar sus fuerzas.
Maybe don't put that within... Oh, yeah.
Manusos.
I was like, I wouldn't put that within his grasp.
¿Cuánto debo?
La factura, ¿cuánto debo?
$10.
A ustedes no. A la gente que estaba aquí antes. En el hospital. Los puntos, los remedios, todo eso cuesta.
It
Antes de la
shouldn't.
unión, su tratamiento en este hospital en particular hubiera costado $8,277,53.
Almost
en balboas o dólares
$9,000.
americanos.
¿Balboas? Estoy en Panamá.
Brother, healthcare should be free. Literally writing an IOU. Chief, your butt cheeks are out. Don't know if you realized. You're also taking the ambulance. That costs more than... that costs more than the operation. You making pink lemonade? Hell yeah. I love pink lemonade. I've recently been watching Omni Media's reactions to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's hard not to see her as the villain in season 6. Pirate Lady. She's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if you guys didn't know.
The O'Keefe looks good in here.
Oh. I was about to return that.
Oh, we think it looks wonderful right there.
I was just keeping it safe, really. There's been a lot of animals roaming around here. Wolves,
Totally.
buffaloes.
Buffalo.
And if they were to wander into the museums and start rubbing up against the paintings, it's going to be...
Yeah, that could be problematic. We can secure all those.
This is so
buildings
awkward.
if you like.
Great. That would be great. Don't want a buffalo eating the Mona Lisa.
Well, the Mona Lisa's not in Albuquerque. So, how did you
I don't know
sleep?
what to talk about.
How about a board game?
Seriously?
Could be fun.
She's like a therapist trying to get her client to open up.
So, what are we feeling?
How about Risk?
Anagrams?
Oh,
2-person game of Risk.
Chess? No. Jesus, no.
also you're missing a white rook, remember? But we can get you a new one.
Nah,
What else we got?
she'll just play as black.
Risk? Oh, world domination.
Risk.
That's hilarious. Not sure why we even have that one.
Risk is just too on point.
What about the one you used to play with your cousins?
Suck it!
Would you like your cousin Henry to come visit?
No.
Haven't seen him since Christmas 2005.
It would be exactly like talking to you, right?
So there's really no point.
Nah. You didn't want to see me these past 41 days. Why bother now?
Exactly.
Is everyone back now?
Nope, just her. Oh,
Another hour
never
to
mind.
settle.
Everyone's coming back. I was kind of assuming it was just going to be her.
You think you guys could maybe power wash that up?
Absolutely.
She'll get started right away.
It just occurred to me. I never even thought to ask you where you live.
There's no such thing as ownership anymore.
Okay, but where do
No
you
private property.
typically chill out?
I mean, where do you sleep at night?
We can show you.
They sleep at the arena.
Everybody sleeps together?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It saves on electricity, natural gas. It's more
That's
efficient
true.
to heat and cool one big room than hundreds of small ones.
And you just be stripping
This
naked?
isn't going to turn into the
Mega
orgy scene at the end of
laundry?
that Matrix movie, is it?
Not unless you wanted to.
She's smiling, but she's telling the truth.
Wait, this dog is not one of you, is it?
Definitely not. Though he is a very good boy. His name is Bear Jordan.
Wow.
Hey, Bear.
I didn't realize you kept pets.
We don't. But
This one just
when
keeps
an
hanging
animal
around.
refuses to leave its former owner's side, we take care of them. Would you like to stay with us tonight?
No.
We can make you your
She's
own
going
bed
to say
if you'd
yes,
like.
but I would
Oh,
say
no.
no.
In private.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna head home.
Yeah, she's going to stay. You guys like turn off the lights at all, or? Rio Rancho Event Center. I knew she was gonna stay. Oh, we're cuddling. We're gonna kiss by the end of this show. I'm calling it. Wow, they're pretty efficient with that power washing. Well, this was a fun date.
We had a wonderful time with you.
Exactly.
We're very happy to be back.
Yeah.
You wanna hang out again?
Would you like us to make you breakfast?
I had a nice time too.
She hasn't dated since Helen. Okay. Gotta remind yourself. They eat people. She can't catch herself getting too fond of them. Or she's just pretending. Maybe she realized that the only way to actually figure stuff out is to be nice to these people.
Man, I love trains.
You must be autistic.
There's just something about the sound of a train horn, you know?
Sorry.
What about it?
Come on, I must have told some human being at some point that I love train horns.
You
I
did,
thought you knew everything about me.
but
Not
that
this.
person's dead.
It is the loneliest sound in the world.
Okay. Why?
How do you do that?
Something to do with the body's electromagnetic field, our natural electric charge, so to speak.
She's getting that info.
Like radio?
Sort of, but radio transmission is like talking. It's conscious. Our communication is unconscious, homeostatic. Like breathing.
No.
There's still a lot we don't really understand.
Why do you still need trains anyway?
Transport goods to and from.
Food distribution?
People distribution. So, food distribution. Damn, we're getting massages?
Does this feel good to you too?
Absolutely.
So, like,
She's basically
how?
getting the
I
massage
know you're
and giving
getting
it.
a massage right now, but technically it's you giving it to yourself.
Yes?
Meanwhile, you're simultaneously giving me a massage.
So, I mean,
That's true.
How does that work? Does everyone feel what you're feeling right now? Is the whole world getting a massage?
No, not exactly. It's kind of like, just as we said this, a man in Bulgaria was accidentally impaled on an iron fence.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's okay. We don't think he pierced anything vital. To feel everything
Okay.
all at once would be unbearable.
Everything everywhere
Right.
all at once.
We know it as it happens. We're aware. Like we're aware that you just got goosebumps. Having said all that, this massage feels good.
Carol, I see what you're doing. She's being a little play nice detective.
so that's where it came from.
That's it. It's star, anyway.
Kepler 22?
Uh-huh. And the planet, which you can't see, is Kepler 22b. We have no idea what they call it. It's got a radius roughly twice that of Earth, and we think their planet may be one enormous ocean.
Damn.
Oh, wait a minute, wait. Yeah, I think I see it. I see it. I do.
Good job, Carol.
What are the people like on Kepler 22b?
We'll probably never learn the first thing about them. They're too far away. But
Not with
we
that
know we love
attitude.
them, and we're grateful to them. And we'll pay it forward, however long that may take.
What does that mean?
Sending the signal out somewhere else.
We have to share their gift with whoever else might be out there.
Just to be clear, out there.
Intelligent life.
How exactly will you do that?
They will use all of the world's resources to build a massive antenna. You need a new marker. Sex question mark? Can they have it? Here you need to erase your book. The ideas for your book, because you're going to run out of space.
Thanks.
Our pleasure. Does this mean what we think it means?
What?
You're writing again?
Totally.
Writing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Why
Your book.
Caro? Yeah. I had an idea and just started filling up the whiteboard, and suddenly my marker ran dry. I'm writing again.
Well, don't let us keep you. We are just so excited to have something new to read, and another white Caro.
Yeah.
That's
No one
all
else
we
is writing
can
any
share with
books.
us. Of course, absolutely no pressure.
Thanks, guys. If you only knew she's bringing you guys down. She's taking the virus out.
That was good. It was close.
Whoopee.
It's supposed to go through the thing.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, when I was a kid, I used to crush this game.
Sure you did. Is this Bridgerton?
Are you freaking kidding me? Jesus.
She has all the
told me you
skill
never
and
played
talent
before.
of anyone who has
Zosha's
ever
never
played.
But we have the
She's
combined
the goat.
knowledge of every living croquet champion, so that's, a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I get that with like chess or whatever, but hitting a ball is muscle memory. You guys all share that too?
Someone's muscles have memorized
Maybe.
it.
Or maybe you just suck.
Wow.
Huh. We're doing that. Okay.
Eat a dick, Carol. You're bad at this game.
Just for that, I'm gonna beat all 7 billion of you.
What was your best day writing?
No such thing.
Really?
Come on, you have other writers in there. You should know. That's like asking, what's the most fun you ever had getting your teeth drilled?
Oh, you poor tortured artist.
You sad, tortured artist. You hate writing your book. Yeah, why is she asking? They want to recreate that day so you can write better again.
This place has been closed for years.
They reopened it just for you.
Well,
Is this where she wrote her first
it all
book?
started right here, as you obviously know. I used to write longhand on yellow legal pads that I stole from my temp job. And then I'd rip the pages out, clip them all together with this giant metal clip, which I also stole, which took both hands.
It was a bit of a
to
klepto.
Pry it open. It would give me huge dents in my palms. The whole thing was a fucking nightmare. Oh, and there was this waitress, Bree. I loved her. She kept my coffee topped off. She never hassled me about hogging the booth all day long.
She's about to walk up. It's her right here.
Oh my God.
Take all the time you need, hon.
They went and they found her.
This place
The way they can manipulate things.
was my escape. I was devastated when it burned down.
They rebuilt it.
You rebuilt it? From nothing? From an empty lot?
We did.
From the memories of everyone who's ever been here. They could use their abilities for such good.
God, I miss those days. I mean, those were the best days.
Is everything okay?
She doesn't want to have a severe negative outburst right now
Carol?
and kill a lot of people. She is enjoying her time with them a little too much.
You left us kind of quickly today. Is everything all right?
Yeah, peachy.
Sarcasm.
Yes. You want a drink?
We'll have one if it pleases you.
We think. We want.
We.
Say I? Would it?
Of course not. I find it odd, semantically, but of course she could.
Wow. All the brains in the world and you can't navigate a fucking pronoun.
Is this why you're upset?
A little bit.
Where was that waitress living, Bree? On joining day? Back when she was she, not you. Where was she?
Miami.
Working? Vacation?
Working as a cosmetologist.
You brought her
Recently
back
married.
here.
But not anymore. So she
She
had
built
moved
a
on with
life
her
and you
and
stole it
then,
from her.
What? You dragged her back here to do a little play acting?
Carol, we're not sure we understand what's troubling you.
You're...
Can you be more specific?
You are trying to distract me. Knock me off course. You rebuild my favorite diner. You jump for joy when I tell you I'm writing again. But it's all an act. It's manipulative bullshit because you know I haven't given up. Admit it. Tell me you know I won't give up.
We know. We wish you would.
Well, no.
I like you. You people, you, whatever. You're...
Pretty.
There's a lot of things that I like about you.
So
But
goddamn fuckable.
this?
Her exact words.
This is a train wreck. This is unsustainable. It's mental illness. It's psychosis. You are starving and you can't even pick a goddamn apple off a tree. How... Someone has to put the world right. Even if it means you all leave me again. Even if it means that I'm...
Alone again. Okay. Interesting decision. I think she's gonna go with it. But also, I wonder what prompted that. Damn. We got active. You inspired her with your body. She's gonna write more horny books for you.
Do you want to read chapter 1?
She comes back. She's like, it's your weakest work. It absolutely sucks. We think it's wonderful, Carol. It's the best thing we've read since the joining.
Don't leave me hanging.
Raban is a woman now.
Long overdue. But I figured now, why not?
Makes sense. So, are you going to just...
She
retcon
transitioned.
it?
But, no need. It can happen canonically.
How? The font of truth from the second book?
Sure.
I was thinking of the
The
caverns.
Caverns of Avalor.
Yeah.
But weren't those lost to time?
Well, sure. But what is time to someone like Raban? They just have to get their hands on Captain Virgil's
Temporal compass. Wow.
Yeah.
She's a literary genius.
So you like it so far?
Carol. I love it.
Let's have sex again. You know, while we're at it.
I hope you're making enough for both of us.
What a shot.
You like omelets, right?
We do.
With Carol, and then Helen's grave, and then Zosha comes in to replace Helen. Cinematography, baby.
What is your favorite food?
Mango ice cream. I love mango ice cream. There was an old man in my neighborhood who sold it out of a little cart.
He's dead now.
I would watch the ships leaving Gdańsk. Brand new. First voyage. I was maybe 10 years old. And I was fascinated by these giant ships. Who built them? What for? Where were they going? And now I know.
Damn, you're
Sometimes the man with the cart
the
would hand
perfect
out
person
ice cream
to
bars
be
us
Raban.
when he had too many to sell.
He knew we didn't have 2 coins to rub together.
It was just after the country had opened up, and suddenly he had new flavors. Mint, coffee, peach. But mango. That was my favorite.
Sasha?
You're going to have a visitor.
Okay. Oh, Manusos. Oh. That probably hurts like a mother effer. He parks under that so they can't see him. He's almost to the United States border. Very interesting. Okay, this was such an interesting episode for a lot of reasons. Let's get Manusos out of the way right off the bat. So he wakes up in this hospital, obviously in Panama. They are healing his injuries, you know, trying to get him on the mend, and he is like, F that. I'm leaving. And he takes this scalpel, which, like, why would they place that directly in his reach? Like, they had to have known that he would grab that, right? Maybe they intended for him to grab that. Maybe they wanted him to believe that he was actually holding a hostage and that it, you know, meant something, when in reality they would have just given him what he asked for. But yeah, he takes a hostage temporarily, demands like an itemized list of what he needs to pay for for his stay here. You know, he's very much not a socialist, right? He doesn't believe in free healthcare. He's like, this costs something, I would like to pay it. He just writes an IOU, which is the funniest part. You know, he's been putting $1,000 bills on everyone's car throughout his whole journey, and now when it's too much money, he's like, I'll just write an IOU. He's like, I owe you $8,000 whatever dollars and an ambulance. He takes the ambulance and he goes on his journey. Very, very interesting. And he gets within 31 kilometers of the U.S.-Mexico border by the end of the episode, and he's gonna visit Carol next episode. Yeah, the description for next episode says that Manusos makes it to Albuquerque. So that's gonna be really interesting. I'm very curious to see, you know, their interactions, Manusos and Carol, because they both are kind of the same, right? They are both steadfast in their desire to return things to the way they are. Manusos is a bit more of a dick about it to the hive, right? Like he hates them with his very, like, every fiber of his being. Where Carol she seems to generally like them, but she also fully believes that like the entire situation is wrong. And I'm curious to see how their personalities meld, especially since the first time they interacted, they just swore at each other over the phone, which is pretty funny. I'm curious what information he will give her, because he has the information of like that weird radio signal, right? The specific frequency that's sending out this like not like a hip hop beat, but it's just like it's kind of like someone beatboxing a little bit. But I imagine that's like a key element to the virus's, connection to each other or something. And so if he shares that info and she shares what she knows, they could potentially figure out a way to disrupt the signal. But let's talk about Carol. Carol basically goes on a date, multiple dates with Zosha. And it is a multifaceted endeavor, right? Because she, on one end, generally and genuinely likes spending time with Zosha and enjoys her time, right? Like Carol is attracted to Zosha. Zosha is Carol's dream woman. It is basically the perfect physical representation of who she based Raban after in her book series. And Raban represents basically the entirety of Carol's repressed lesbianism, right? Like her repressed homosexual side is made manifest via Zosha. And it is a way for her to kind of, for the first time in her life, live like freely and openly as a gay woman. Because, in the past, only Helen knew. Helen was the only one that knew that Carol was gay. And it was a hidden fact from the rest of the world. And now, basically, the entire world, other than maybe a couple people, know for a fact that Carol is gay. And so it does provide a level of freedom for Carol to truly be herself openly for the first time. And being able to do that with the person who she is probably most attracted to of anyone in the world, at least physically, is probably a very enjoyable time for her. And then they're also just doing enjoyable things, right? They're going to get massages. They're playing croquet. They're going to look at trains in the countryside. Like, they're having a banger time. But, it's multifaceted, right? As much as she is enjoying her time, she is also using it tactfully, right? Because she spent that time in Vegas with Diabate, right? And she brings the information to him about the cannibalism. And he's like, yeah, we already know. Like it's a normal thing. And she's like, how do you know? And he's like, well, I'm nice to them. And I kind of treat them like friends. And they just tell me stuff. Like, and she's like, what the frick? And it, like, turns out that's all she needed to do. And so she's low-key like manipulating Zosha. She's subtly asking these little questions and sometimes not so subtly asking questions, but she's getting the info she wants. Like she gets more info in this one episode about what's going on than she has gotten the entire rest of the series combined. So like it is a useful tactic for figuring out what's going on. Now, at the same time, I think the hive is definitely manipulating her right back, right? Like she says at one point, she's like, you're distracting me. You are intentionally trying to sidetrack me from the mission because you know I'm not going to give up. And they're like, yeah, we know you're not going to give up. But they're trying to stop her. They're putting different things in her way. They're rebuilding diners that she started her literary career at. Like they're doing anything they can to give her something else to think about. But I think the moment in the diner for sure was the moment where Carol was like unable to keep up the facade anymore, right? She spent the whole episode having a good time and, manipulating Zosha and the hive in a way to get her information. She had to remind herself that they eat people, writing that on the whiteboard. But I think it was the moment with the hostess Bree, the server, that Carol was like, frick, I can't do this. And she left. She just straight up left. Because it represents multiple things. One, as much as the hive can be a force for good, right? They're able to rebuild a diner that burned down just in like a day. Like they can just do it, no problem, and do that for her because they want her to be happy. Like they're able to coordinate on a scale hitherto undreamt of, right? They can make things happen that in current society would never be able to happen, right? They could literally cure cancer. They could do it. Honestly, if they wanted to, they could do it. They could build massive amounts of like public transit. Like things that could legitimately change the world in drastic positive ways. They could just do it if one of the survivors asked them to. But since it's not like in their immediate biological, need, or it doesn't immediately benefit the spread of the virus, they don't do it. Right? They could do it, they just don't. Right? So like that wasted potential is probably a tiny bit frustrating for Carol. But the biggest issue was the fact that the way they just like they treat some of this like and they treat the massive crazy things they're doing, right? To build off that previous point. They can do these insane massive scale things that are massive both in physical scale but also massive in like a relational emotional scale. They can do that no problem willy-nilly, but they themselves don't consider it a big thing. It's almost a trivial thing for them. Like it doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. The only way that it matters is making Carol happy or manipulating Carol to be distracted or be happy. And so like when she's like, you rebuilt this? Like when? And they're like, yeah, we rebuilt, like it was nothing. Like something that meant so much to Carol when she started her literary career and when she was absolutely devastated when it burned down. Something that was gone. And, the emotional impact that had on her and the ways that it altered her life. And they rebuilt it like it was nothing. Like it wasn't even an inconvenience for them. They were just like, whatever, we did it. And the impact of that being like, one, it's not the same diner, right? It's how do I explain it? Like for Carol, like that was a real place. The people there were real. The things that happened there were real. What's happening now is an act. It is manufactured. It's all fake. And it is all in service of distracting and manipulating her. But even then, even if it was genuinely just to make her happy, like it wasn't no ulterior motives at all, it's still not the real thing. Right? It is still them just recreating something that they had in someone's memories and they knew it would work, right? Like it's to use the AI analogy a little bit, like there's nothing unique about it. There's no newness to it. It's just a recreation, and it's in a way inauthentic, right? So Carol didn't appreciate that. She didn't like that they just treated something that was so impactful to her as though it was a small bump in the road for them. Like they trivialized it by making it so easy for them to just rebuild it, no problem. But then two, in doing that, like in making this happen, the hostess Bree, right? She had an entire life before the joining. She moved away to a different area. She got married. She started a new career. Like, things that to that individual were massive, massive, life-changing things. Like, she is arguably, even before the joining, she was an entirely new, completely different individual in her new life than who she had been before. And she had grown in ways and grieved in ways and loved in ways and gone through the full gamut of human emotion and come out the other side as a new person, a new creation, a new individual. And in an effort to, recreate these memories for Carol, they just took this woman. They she's part of the hive now, so she naturally would want to come and do this for Carol, but like Carol does not see it like that. She sees it as them stealing this woman from her life to come and put on a play for Carol. And again, when they trivialize all of it, like they trivialize the fact that this woman is here to serve Carol coffee again. They trivialize the fact that they had to rebuild this spot. Like, all of these massive, massive, important relational things, it means nothing to them. And so Carol's like, just storms out. She's like, I can't do it. 'Cause she was literally about to have a mental breakdown in front of Zosha, so she had to leave. And Zosha's like, you left a little early, and she's like, yeah, like that woman had a life. Like, she has to remind herself of like, what is at stake here? What was lost for this joining, right? Like, yeah, everyone's happy and there's no racism and crime and stuff, but like, it's all so fake. And the wonderful things about humanity have all been stripped away to nothing. And that is what Carol needs. And even the freaking hive knows that, bro. Like, they are desperate for something new. When they get a hint that Carol might write more of her book, and they're salivating at it. They're like, oh my God, please. Like, because they got people in there that love her books. They probably got people in there that hate her books as well. But like, from the moment the joining happened, nothing new has been created. Nothing new or original has come from that at all. To connect back to that AI analogy, like with AI can never create something new and real. It is all based off of something that came before. It is all, an amalgamation of memories and references of something else. There is no instance ever where artificial intelligence creates something new and original. And so that, they're weaving in 1,000 different analogies into this show, but that's one of them. And so Carol is, for every person right now that hates generative AI, that's Carol right now. And she calls him out on it. She's like, this is bullshit. Like, you guys are you're manipulating me. And Zosha's like, yeah, we are. And then she takes it a step further and kisses her. Like, that was such an interesting move, because that is so blatantly a move of manipulation. Right? Like, they can tell. They know that Carol's attracted to them. That's the entire reason that they brought her from Morocco or wherever she was originally. Right? That's the whole reason they brought this woman here, is because they knew Carol was horny for her. And so, like, them making the choice to kiss Carol was just one more step of manipulation pushing her further down that road of distraction. And because that definitely was not a choice the individual of Zosha made, right? That was a hive choice. And they have sex with Carol, and Carol in turn had sex with everyone in the world, including her cousin that she hasn't seen in however long, the mayor, Lakshmi's child, literally everyone that has ever lived. She just had sex with them. So that's crazy. But then she writes more of her book, and they love it, and they're going gaga over this book because it's a new creation. It is something brand new, and they have all the people inside that love her books, right? Like, that's a crazy moment for them. And so it's just very, very interesting. And then, another moment that was kind of crazy. So when Carol asks, like, what Zosha, the individual, what her favorite food is, and she talks about this mango ice cream, and she starts to dive into like this deep personal memory of Zosha's and why she loves mango ice cream, and I thought that was very interesting because we learn more about the individual of Zosha. So the character is from I believe. I googled the city. I forgot what the city's called, but it's like a city in Poland. And there's a lot of interesting historical context to that city, according to Google. So it was at one point like an independent nation state or city that was like rebelling against a communist leader, and then eventually annexed back into Poland. And so like connecting that to the idea of the hive, of how the hive is essentially like annexed all these people into itself, and it's trying to annex more, like it's trying to reclaim those people. That's very interesting. But then also the memory that Zosha brings up about how the ice cream man came to get mango flavored ice cream. Like, he only had a certain amount of flavors before, and then when the country opened up and he was presented with all these other choices and opportunities, then he could bring in more flavors, and that's how she found mango. And it's such an interesting contrast to how the hive is basically stripping people of choice and creation and individuality and free will. So it's such an interesting dynamic. And then she had a moment, like right before she announces that Carol's gonna have a visitor, she also like she had this like moment where she like zoned out, and it felt deeper and like a little longer than previous instances where she's like communicating with the rest of the hive. And so I wonder if that moment was the individual of Zosha like zoning out. Right? Like, was it a larger glitch in the system and the hive had to like pull her back, or like what was that? I don't know, because it felt more substantial than her just like receiving a communication and being like, you're gonna have a visitor. Especially because Manusos is not even at the US border yet if these two events are happening in the same time. So I wonder, like, that could mean something. I don't know. It's just such an interesting episode. Like, there's so many layers to everything that's going on all the time. And I'm just really wanting to know what's going to happen next. Like, this show does such a good job of just driving curiosity and driving thought and making you want to just see what's going to happen next, and making you think about the different layers and the different contrasting motivations and different schools of thought about what's going on and what should or could happen. It's just such a really, really solid show. And it's acted so well too. Like, it's just, man, it's so good. I love this show, man. I think that's all I have to say about this one, though. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Very curious to see how you feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me, helps my channel grow. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. And then lastly, if you like video games, subscribe to my gaming channel, also linked in the description down below. I play all the latest games releasing there, and I have a fantastic time doing it. Your support over there would mean the world. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.